English Rise Podcast.
Easy listening and speaking practice. Welcome to the English Rise Podcast. Hello, I'm Emma, and I'm so glad you're here. This is a simple, friendly podcast for learners who want to feel more confident in English. Today, we'll talk about confidence, not grammar rules, and my goal is to help you feel less afraid and more proud of the English you already have. I've been teaching English for over 10 years, and I work with many adults who feel shy about speaking. So this show is calm, warm, and non-judgmental. You're in a safe place here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex. I learned several languages myself, and I remember being nervous to speak. So yeah, if you feel afraid, you're definitely not alone. Most learners already know more English than they think.
Right. Today's episode is a gentle one. We'll explain why a lot of learners feel not good enough, and we'll give small, practical steps you can try. Nothing big, nothing scary, just tiny changes you can use today. By the way, Alex, do you want to add a quick welcome line?
Sure. Hello. Well done for choosing this episode. You've already taken the first step. You're listening. That counts.
Okay, let's move into the next part. Who this podcast is for. If you can understand quite a lot of spoken English, but you feel nervous when you speak, this podcast is for you. If you're afraid of making mistakes, or you feel stuck at the same level for months, you're in the right place. We use calm English, slow explanations, and small challenges. Nothing that requires big study time, just practice you can fit into your day.
To add a couple of quick examples, maybe you can follow movies and podcasts, but when a coworker asks you a question on a call, you freeze. Or maybe you study grammar a lot, but in conversations, you feel your mind goes blank. Exactly. Or you understand most of a meeting, but when it's your turn to speak, silence. So if you hear that and think, "Yep, that's me," welcome. We get it.
I want to be very clear. Understanding a lot does not mean you're ready to speak confidently, and that's okay. Listening and speaking are different skills. In this podcast, we help you build speaking confidence slowly.
Simple reassurance. Your brain already knows the sounds and words. It's a matter of training your mouth, your feelings, and your habits. Small steps are powerful.
Now, the big promise of English Rise.
Our promise is easy listening, better speaking. We give you short, natural conversations and friendly explanations that help you feel ready to try speaking in real life. We will talk about real topics, use natural but clear English, and focus on confidence and mindset. Grammar and vocabulary will appear naturally in our conversations, but the priority is emotional confidence and real-life use.
Yes, so you'll hear English that is useful and calm. We'll give practical suggestions you can try after each episode. Small, doable actions that build your courage. No pressure, just gentle practice. Okay, now let's move to today's focus, confidence in English. Most learners say their problem is bad English, but often the real problem is fear. Fear of mistakes, fear of judgment, or perfectionism. Today, we'll look at that.
People often tell themselves things like, "My English is terrible," everyone is better than me, or I'm too shy to speak. Those thoughts are very common, but they're not always true. Think of these thoughts like old recordings that keep playing. They feel real, but they're stories, not facts. We'll gently challenge those thoughts today.
Yes. Let's talk about why you might feel bad at English, even when your skills are stronger than you believe.
One reason is comparison. If you compare yourself to fluent native speakers, you will always feel behind. But remember, most people you meet are not perfect. Comparison is unfair and unhelpful. Another reason, one embarrassing moment can stay in your mind and become a big story. Maybe you mispronounced a word once and now you're afraid of speaking. But one moment is not the whole story.
Exactly. I want to share a short story about a student named Sarah. Sarah believed she was bad at English. She had studied for years, but she felt nervous in conversations. One day, she joined a small study group. At first, she barely spoke. After a few short exercises, she started saying small sentences. The teacher recorded one activity, a 2-minute description. When Sarah heard the recording later, she was surprised. Her grammar wasn't perfect, but her meaning was clear. She used good vocabulary and she sounded friendly. That recording changed her story. She realized she had skills she hadn't noticed.